What's up, guys? So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a love letter video, and I've never done one of these before, so we'll see how it works out, but I plan to do a lot more of them. So today's love letter video is going to be about a little game called Magic the Gathering. So what is Magic the Gathering? The best way I can describe it is wizards duking it out in a game of wits. And if you want to know more, you can ask me and I'll do my best to explain it to you, because it'll literally take me probably 10 minutes just to explain what Magic Gathering is. Or you can go check out Tulane Community College's channel. He's how I learned how to play Magic. He's the reason I got into Magic. Well, he's one of the reasons I got into Magic, but he's a pretty big reason. But he's a really good professor on the game, and just go check him out. I'll leave a link in the description below. So why am I doing this video now? Well, it's because one of my friends is leaving the game. He might not be leaving forever, but it sure seems like it. He's selling a lot of his cards. Fucking phlegm. Yep. He's selling a lot of his cards, and he's been playing for a good 2 years, and he just decided one day, hey, I'm not getting as much fun out of the game, and I just want to take a break for a while. And that's fine, you know, people take breaks, it's cool. So when did I start playing Magic? I started playing Magic because Chris and Jesse were randomly starting to play Magic one day, and I'm like, oh gosh, you guys are playing Magic? God, you guys are such nerds. Like, just like the typical response, because I don't know, just card games at the time seemed so old and like just a kid thing to do. And I just remember them like just playing these random ass decks, like this format list, just cracking open packs and making decks with them. It's just like the way every Magic player starts, just unboundless. So when I started playing, I actually net decked, and by net deck I mean I looked online and I said, okay, what decks work? What decks are people playing that will actually work? Because me as a person, I like to minimize as much risk and uncertainty as possible. And the thing about Magic is, if you're getting into actual format play, it is very expensive. I own several $1,000s worth of cards. And you might be thinking, oh, that's really crazy because that's a lot of money on just paper. Well, you can think of Magic cards as stock, almost. And like the stock market, those prices fluctuate drastically. So I technically can expect to sell those cards, if I ever wanted to, for about the same price, or more or less, you know. But anyway, it's a difficult start, you know. You have to like drop $400 at least just to play in the format, and if you want to be good, $400. If you want to be great, you can play a deck like Abzan or Junk or Jund and drop like $2,000 on one deck, which is insane, I know, but I'm headed there soon. It's definitely not that expensive now, but at the time. So yeah, I was playing a little deck that was a hyper aggressive deck, just pumped out creatures super fast, and it was like the best deck at the time. And even though I was playing the best deck at the time, I still lost terribly at my first event. And that stems from A, not being a really good technical Magic player, B, not knowing the meta or what other people are playing so I can play against that, and C, just general knowledge of the game, because I think this was like 2 months out of the gate is when I started playing actual competitive matches and not tabletop Magic. So yeah, that was definitely a humbling experience, to say the least. You know, I always tell people you gotta misplay and play your worst games of Magic before you can play your best games of Magic. So that being said, what kind of player am I? I think most people would describe me as a control type player. Mountain Go. I play a Flooded Strand and I pass a turn. Mountain Eidolon of the Great Rebel. In response, I will fetch, taking 1 down to 19. And I will counter it. I will pass a turn. Pass a turn. I'll lightning bolt you. I will fetch in response. Take 2 from Watery Grave. Is it being countered? And I will counter that. Okay, then I will pass a turn. Draw. And I will pass a turn. Attempt to cast Eidolon of the Great Revel. In response, I will fetch. Snapcaster Mage, buying back Spell Snare, and I will counter your spell. Okay, I will pass the turn. Attack you for 2? Sure, I'll take 2. Take 2, and then I will pass the turn. Attempt to cast Lightning Bolt. In response, I will counter your spell and draw a card. Pass the turn. Sure. Cast Goblin Guide. In response, I will fetch. It resolves. Oh my god, it resolves. Attack you for 2. Go ahead. Untap. Attack you for 2. Yep, that's the game. Good game. Yeah, good game. And what that means is I try my hardest to stop your game plan so that I can eventually win the game. And what that entails is a lot of counter spells, stuff like that, where games typically go pretty long. Each match is about 50 minutes, so you sometimes will go to time. And then a lot of, probably the first really good Magic deck I played was actually a combo deck, which ended up getting banned for good reasons, but I'd say I'm more of a control combo type player. Those are the decks I'm really comfortable playing. aggressive decks aren't really for me. And before I played Magic, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which a lot of people probably know about. Maybe you don't. I played Yu-Gi-Oh like when it first came out. Like, that was a long time ago, back when I was like 7, in like 2002. Is that right? Yeah, 2002. And Yu-Gi-Oh is a really different scene. There's a lot of weird players. It's just it's like, if you can think of a nerd, those are the type of people playing Yu-Gi-Oh, like actual nerds. And the reason I left Yu-Gi-Oh is because my friend's cards got stolen out of his locker, and at the time we didn't really have an idea of like how expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards were. So once he lost that, he was just kind of like, oh, well, I don't really want to play anymore. And slowly over time, like, none of us wanted to play anymore, because it's like, well, my friends aren't playing anymore. And do I miss it? No. So what am I doing now, 2 years later from starting Magic? I play once a week, just with my friends at my store. Sometimes I'll play like 4 times a week if there's like a gauntlet going on. And then I think it was 6 months ago or a year ago, I tried going pro, like going to PPTQs, preliminary pro tour qualifiers, in order to make some real money. But it's just like, it's really hard to do it that way. Like, you have to have some insane records to do that, and it's just, it wasn't for me. Like, it's just long drives and ultimately unfulfilling experience. And while I'm on the topic, I might as well talk about the pro Magic scene. So there are like these big events called GPs, Pro Tours, etc., where a large amount of players go and duke it out to win tens of thousands of dollars. Like, it's not a small amount of money. It's a big amount of money. But you have to do, out of 15 games, you have to win at least 12 of your matches to maybe make it into the top 8. And then that's when you start competing for real money, not just hundreds of dollars. So why do I still play Magic when my other friend is leaving? It's fun, man. Like, it's a bug. Like, I think a year ago is when I was really into it. Like, I was like, I'm still kind of the same way. I'm still really into it, obviously. But I was like checking out decks, looking at events, seeing what decks are the best right now, like constantly changing what deck I'm playing. I never play, every week I play a different deck. It's just, I haven't found a deck since that combo deck I was talking about that I really just have fallen in love with. Typically the decks I play now, though, are control decks, just because the combo deck's a little sketchy. Once you played a combo deck that got banned once and got burned by that, you're a little hesitant to play the new ones. It's also just challenging. Like, it's not something where you can just pick it up and expect to do really well. You have to study what other people are playing. You have to understand how other decks work. You have to build your deck, almost combat other decks, because your own game plan isn't always the best game plan. Sometimes you have to play to fight other people's game plans that may or may not be better than your own. And then just the people I play with, like, I've met a lot of new people that I just have become really good friends to me, and just probably would have never met them outside of Magic. And if I'm forgetting anything, oh well, this is like 11 minutes in already. So let me know what you think, guys, of this first love letter video. Most of this is just like me preparing on the spot, just like I have a Word document open over there just to give me general titles of what I should be talking about and stuff like that. But my other one should be a little bit more expansive. This is just kind of like giving you general information to an audience where most of you probably don't play Magic the Gathering. So yeah, leave me your opinions in the comments below. Don't be shy. I will read them. And let me know what you think.